Oh, hello. Welcome to my channel. I mean, this is my first video, but welcome to my channel, and this is Amanda. Let's get to it. So, today I'll be drawing and reading a story that I wrote a few years ago, which is called I Have a Stalker Following Me. Let's get to it, right? I Have a Stalker Following Me by Amanda Garina. I'd say this happened about 3 years ago, and I would never forget what happened. So, I was living in a small, not so fancy, and not too bad of an apartment. The apartment also didn't have the greatest view of outside, but I felt comfortable here for now. At the time, I was still looking for colleges, and I would have friends over, like people my age would do. Even though I had friends, I wasn't really the social type. It started after I had to hang out with my friends. Everything seemed alright at the time, and everything seemed great, but something didn't feel right. Of course, I admit it was raining, and I felt exhausted because of how long the day was going, but it wasn't that at all. Now, a month ago, before it happened, I remember time after I first saw it, but I would always see it. It was one of those cars, you know, those ones you rarely see. It was black, and I remember the plate number by heart. It was A17 DS666. It would either be in front of me or behind me. I wasn't really thinking about it at the time, but I would remember it would follow me until the last second, when it turns or I turned. A few hours before it happened, I saw the black car while going home. It was then, that day, it would follow me and keep going down my street. When I watched the black car pass by, I got the weird feeling that the driver of the car was stalking me, but I let it off. I called my friends to come over and hang out with me. They came over and we enjoyed ourselves. I told them about the mysterious black car, and we sort of joked about it. It would soon no longer be a joke, but something haunting me for the rest of my life. Once everyone left, the same feeling came back again, but much worse. I got the feeling that someone was watching me from my patio window. The clock read 5:30 p.m. and it was getting dark. It got darker. The sky was orange, yellow, light blue, dark blue, with a few stars popping up. The sun was blocked by the buildings in front of it. I felt like I needed fresh air since I was exhausted. I stayed outside and on my patio till it was very dark. There was a full moon that night, and I could have sworn before I left the patio I saw a parked car next to mine. It gave me a more uncomfortable feeling, a feeling of being watched. Once I got back inside, it was 7:30 p.m. Everything was quiet. Everything seemed alright until I heard a knock. Not from the door, not from my neighbor's door, but from the glass side door on my patio. My patio lights were on, so you can't say I can't see. But I swear, I didn't see anybody. I checked outside the apartment in the hallway, and nobody was there. I shrugged it off and didn't call the police. I regret not doing it till this day. About 10 to 15 minutes later, I heard a knock. This time I checked the hallway first, and then the patio door. The same thing happened. Nobody was there. It was starting to tick me off. The fact that someone was knocking? I sat down and shrugged it off again, thinking it was my imagination. It wasn't long before I went to bed and fell asleep. After about After what felt like an hour and a half, I heard something that sounded like breaking glass. I got out of the out of bed and immediately and went to the bathroom to see my bathroom mirror smashed into pieces. I was getting scared now, and I felt like I was being watched again. I swear, when I got into bed, that's when I heard footsteps. I got up and went into the living room, my apartment, and saw a silhouette of a person standing at my patio door. My patio door was also fogged up or something to where I couldn't see outside, except for the silhouette. It freaked me out so much, I felt my heart pounding on my chest. There was no way this person could have gotten into my patio without getting into my apartment. My hand touched the patio door and started to slide downward, making a screeching noise. My patio lights started to flicker, and then I went to touch and then went out as I touched the phone. As soon as I pressed call, the lights went back on, and it was gone. I told the authorities about this, and this wasn't the only incident. 2 months later, the same thing happened, except the person left a note that said,
"Dear Mrs. Castro, I have to say, you have been a wonderful person to meet. Must have scared you when we first met. I'm sorry for breaking your mirror. I know we'll meet again, and I would politely ask you not to call the authorities again. It hurt me to know you called them. Once again, I will see you soon. From A17DS666 Nightcaller."
I wasn't making the name up. A month later, I got a call from 401-417-9666. Till this day, I still see the black car with the plate number A17DS666. Thank you for watching, and see you next